Hey, how's everyone doing? Here at the Crypto Blitz, we're glad to have you back for another round of crypto. Ripple Van Winkle here, your host. May today be absolutely fantastic for everyone. Here in the United States, we celebrate Labor Day on Saturday, so we have a long weekend. I'll be back at work on Tuesday and Wednesday with a night off on Wednesday. On Wednesday night, I will be gambling in Fort Lauderdale, therefore I am packing up my belongings and leaving for the opposite coast of Florida. My plane leaves for Austin, Texas on Thursday morning, and I won't be back until Sunday after a bachelor celebration. I can't wait to get away and unwind for a while. I'm curious to see how Austin is doing and what our plans are. You know, going out and having fun at. Night just isn't your thing anymore as you age. I would like to know the schedule for the day. I have an idea that half of the group is going to play golf, but I have no idea who the other half is. You have no idea. Whatever happens, I will make sure everyone knows. I'm prepared for the good times because the weather will be scorching, but that's just Florida. We cover a lot of ground in this episode. The rumor about Ripple vs. SEC has to be investigated. Does it no longer matter? Is Ripple's payment of the fine complete? Keep in mind that everything will be finalized once Ripple pays the fine and the judge signs off on the paperwork, and the SEC accepts the funds and approves off. Here it is. You can't turn around now. You can't get your money back or get a refund. Isn't it over now? Contractual agreement that has been mutually signed. Then it's time to go. Additionally, we will examine Quad and compare the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies from the previous bull cycle to this one, where Bitcoin reaches the same Fibonacci levels. Can you imagine how high it could go? As for the objectives, they are certainly up for grabs. There can be a lot of moving parts, such as institutional investors shifting their focus from equities to cryptocurrency. See, I've got this. Without further ado, I will explain everything in detail. Let's dive headfirst into this. Bitcoin. $69,017. It has lost 1.14% in the last day. Ethereum is presently trading at $2,525 and is down 0.35%. The dollar pegs for USDT and USDC have not been moved. If XRP are even slightly frightening, then certainly many people went into panic mode and began to stress out. 57 cents. Puts us at 0.568. Some green 0.81 has been shown. Looking closely, you can see that XRP is consolidating extremely tightly in the 50 to 60 cent range. Am I anxious if we descend? Absolutely not. We have a good idea of the market's future trajectory. Plus, the market won't get going until Bitcoin makes a move. As a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is 74K as its first target. Our aim is 100,000 after 74,000. Following that, we will transition into full parabolic. Manner in which Bitcoin will range get $150, potentially as much as $250,000 or even more, as we will discuss in a little. The overall market valuation of all cryptocurrencies is $2.09 trillion. With today being the last day of the month, there is still time to purchase NFTs from my project, Lux Lines, the largest on the XRP ledger. When we take the picture later tonight, please sign and transfer the funds to your wallet. As promised, your XRP payout will be sent out on the first of every month. As a general rule, your paycheck is due on the first of each month. No, purchasing an NFT on a monthly basis is unnecessary. You receive that dividend for life as long as you own even one. So long as you keep it, I suppose I should mention those are the exact words I was searching for, therefore allow me to explain it in simple terms while the NFT is in your wallet. When you make a purchase on August 31st, you will receive payment on September 1st, October 1st, November 1st, December 1st, January 20th, and 25. As long as you maintain your grip, it will continue. It's as easy as that. Furthermore, it was Mart who claimed that blank is going space. What's going to space? I'll tell you. Oh my god, TLN. A coin belonging to the Lux Lion. Going ahead, that will power the full Lux Lines project environment, including all the games and metaverses. Plus, people are mentioning us. Bitmark 1 launch date is September 9th. The token is lost. With a listing price of 3 cents, the token can only go up from here. Launches should be like that, with founders, owners, and participants. All there was talk about how they made a guarantee of tokens, but then they said they would merely dump them on day one as it was profitable for them. I am the influential person behind us, so I made sure everything played out correctly. I don't think this will go downhill from here. Within the first few hours, I would recommend a straightforward 5-step process rather than relying on financial advisors at any cost. Instead, do your own dang research to shatter the Wells Fargo record of $1.7 trillion to fill you in. Starting next month, Alm will permit its financial advisors to suggest Bitcoin ETFs to their affluent clients. Before we discuss bullish, that is just incorrect. Over $1.7 trillion, will we be able to get all $1.7 trillion? Definitely not. Where do you see the price of Bitcoin heading, though, even if we manage to get 1%, 5%, or 10% of this money invested in it? This $74,000 area keeps coming up in our discussions. $100,000 or even $25,000 keeps popping up in our conversations. Tell me how you believe we will reach our destination. This market is about to be flooded by institutional money, not regular people. This bull run might be the last one we ever witness, as I've mentioned previously. How can we be sure? The entire market cap of all cryptocurrencies is going to determine everything. You can tell the institutions are getting involved when we reach the 7 to 10 trillion mark. No harm will come to the establishments. These markets will not see a 99% retracement because of their actions. Just because you believed getting into cryptocurrency would be easy every 3 years doesn't mean it is. Give it a year. Sell when you've made 20 to 50 times your initial investment, and the profits will last a lifetime. Allow me to share some news with you. This is not going to function in this way. These marketplaces will eventually begin to function similarly to the conventional stock market. An actual asset might yield 5 to 10%. We're not talking about fictitious coins or side ventures on Solana or Tron created by people seeking financial gain. All of those things would fade away eventually. Instead of 99% corrections in bear markets, we will witness actual assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, HBAR, and ELIS, and countless more where the institutional money is. Are dips in the forecast? It is understood. Do they plan to have pumps? It is understood. However, doing 20 to 50 times is soon to be a thing of the past. It was inevitable that institutions, real money, and the typical financial types would eventually take control, and that's what happened. We were merely fortunate enough to enter these markets before it took place. And we're crossing our fingers that we can ride out the massive influx of capital that they're about to pour into these markets for the last time. If we don't reach that $7 to $10 trillion mark, then, my friends, it's possible that we'll have one more round of bear and bull markets before the end of this decade, possibly even into the 2030s. We will begin to observe these conventional 401ks and 457s in the year 2030, the year crypto became a legitimate asset. All of Raphael's friends invest in these Bitcoin marketplaces. We are getting ready for that. Discussing this topic, because of this, every Monday I spend $800 on quant. Before I know it, I'll have 200 quant. Although it may not seem like much to most of you, I only began purchasing approximately 4 months ago. A second patent has been recently granted to quant in Europe. We have received 5 patents in the past 16 months. For the buys, quant is an oracle. Despite what many have said, quant is really just a meme coin. Here we can show you the current price of quant on the screen, $63 with a high of $427 in the past. I hope that's accurate. That's my math. Approximating 7 times. Is it going to reach new heights again? It will, in my absolute belief. As far as quants go, I think we're looking at $800 to $1,000. Once we reach such figures, we may expect this asset's value to increase by more than tenfold. Your greatest ally is the dollar cost average. Is it helping me out? It's not hard. When I initially entered, I set my DCA at a lower level, around 110. The previous level was 80. Unbeknownst to me, I will continue to purchase. There will be 75 participating. Quant prices are expected to rise. I can practically feel it building up to 75 points. When my DCA meets the quant pricing, I cease purchasing. At that point, I switch to an unmoved asset and continue